don't quite know how to start this, but basically my house, or the house that I share with another woman, was broken into a couple of days ago, and a lot of my things, basically everything that I own or value, was stolen. And I guess this is my attempt, because I can't just give up, although I know that there's most likely no chance that I'll get any of it back. But I can't just sit here and forget it happened. Well, I can't forget it happened, but I can't just not try. So the attempt, or the reason behind doing this video, is one, I guess, hoping that with the help of social media and all my friends, by sharing this video, that maybe there's some small chance it'll get to the people that actually broke into the house and stole everything, and that maybe by listening to a part of my story they might have second thoughts and bring it back. I mean, obviously there's no chance of that, because the people that broke in obviously wouldn't care, but I have to believe there's some humanity in some people. The other reason behind doing this video is to get the word out, so that people, who are shopping at some of these pawnbroker shops where people go to buy second-hand cameras and laptops and so on, that they may see this video and recognise some of the items that I've lost, because I've lost 3 laptops, I've lost 4 DSLR cameras. And yes, I'm not insured. A lot of people have been saying, why weren't you insured? Well, the reason behind that is because I work part-time. I've only started renting a house or a room in the last 3 months, and with my income I'm more or less living week to week. And the luxury of insuring contents, I haven't been able to do that, because there's some weeks where I have no money left over. So it's a case of prioritising what's needed on a weekly basis. So I'm not trying to cry poor, I'm just trying to say that, obviously if I could afford it, I'd have insurance. But at the same time, why should I expect someone to break into the house? My housemate and I are quite diligent in locking everything and making sure that it's safe when we leave, because she's lost stuff as well. But regardless of that, why is this so important to me to make this video? Well, because the people that took basically everything I own, which is my camera gear and my laptops, because those items were the only thing that have got me through the years. The only things that gave me joy in this life. They weren't just materialistic. There was a passion that I've been able to hold on to, at least for the last 4 or 5 years, because back in 2012 my second marriage ended, and I found myself living or sleeping in the car on the side of the road. I had nowhere to go. But I'm not going to go into too much detail about that, but basically in the last 3 years, and until, like I said, 3 months ago when I started renting a house, I was living on the road out of a van. And I decided that, the reason why I was living in a van is because when my marriage ended, I'd given up on life. I was looking for a reason to go on, to live. Because, it was my second marriage. I'd lost my father and sister in a car accident when I was 9. My mother died when I was 18. I've had another relationship which ended, but yeah, of course people go through bad patches, and I'm sure there's people that are worse off than me. I've had worse experiences. But the one thing that kept me going, the one thing that has led me to today to actually move on with life or start to look forward to life was my photography. And the people that broke into the house stole the items or the tools that was part of my dream that I was building. I was working on every single day after work, 4 or 5 hours a day each night, working on my photography of all those laptops that you stole. And now, even if I get a full-time job, it's going to take me 8 to 12 months to even get my first camera. You've taken about $15,000 worth. And yes, okay, some people say, oh, just save up, get another one, but when it's part of a passion, or the only thing that you have left, when something like that is taken from you, it tends to break your spirit. I should also say that I have post-traumatic stress disorder, I have depression, I have anxiety. So this kind of thing was quite a blow to me personally. Especially when you've taken my laptops, which not only have projects that I've been working on, but there's personal thoughts that I've written over the years, there's stuff on there that you probably won't be able to see because it's all protected. But then you'll probably wipe the drives and they're all gone forever. But I know there's probably no chance that I'll see any of it. I'm hoping against all hope that I'll get some of it back. I'm hoping that the people that see this video who've stolen these items may have a change of heart and bring it back. I'm happy to turn a blind eye if I come back home from work one day and find it on my doorstep. But if that doesn't happen, this video is also about letting people know who are thinking of breaking into the person's house that obviously it's not okay to do that, but just think about how you're impacting a person. You know, you might have thought, oh, they're just cameras. He's obviously got plenty of money to get more, he must have insurance, but I don't. And like I've said, you've attempted for taking those things to break my dream, but fortunately because of antidepressants, I'm in a better state where I can handle it. I'm still devastated, I'm gutted. But if I wasn't on antidepressants, I don't know what I'd do. But just think about the impact that you do to people. They could be a low-income earner like myself. You know, they might be having trouble paying the bills, and you've taken or stolen something that's not only personal, that's sentimental. And then how are those people going to recover that? How am I going to get back to that level of having, you know, a $2,500 camera or a $2,500 MacBook Pro? How the hell am I going to be able to save up for that again? I literally feel like I've lost everything. So at the end of the video I'm going to show a list of the items that were stolen. So if anyone out there sees these items, and like this is in Melbourne, Australia, southeastern suburbs, so if any of these items you see in the shop, can you please let me know? Because if the idiots are trying to sell them, they're selling cameras that are missing batteries, because I didn't take any batteries, and some are missing compartments. There's the Nikon D7000 that they've stolen, the camera body, that the shutter is broken. There's a Nikon D610 DSLR where the autofocusing system doesn't work. So if you come across those cameras, please let me know, or let the Now On police at Fountain Gate know, or Now On know. I don't know what else to say, but I just hope someone can help me.